Oh my god. Hi, it is me, Candy Apple Zero, a not triggered lib. I just came across this headline from The Guardian, and I wanted to just like say a couple random thoughts off the top of my head. Short video. No games. U.S. federal workers ordered to remove pronouns from email signatures. Internal email says agency is reviewing programs and contracts that promote or incubate gender ideology. What is the thing that I can say about this? Okay, let me start the way that pretty much every lefty should probably start this, and the way I've seen a lot of people start it, and so I guess I'll probably sound like a broken record. This is a fucking distraction. If you subscribe to the left even remotely, then you probably agree that, like, Trump isn't here to improve the lives of Americans. That is secondary, tertiary, quaternary. Like, it is way low down on his priorities list. If Americans end up okay, then he's happy with that. But that is not his priority. In my estimation, Trump's main goal, along with Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and all of these other people who are either directly involved with the administration or palling around with Donald Trump. What's the goofball from OpenAI that was saying we're going to invest $500 fucking billion into whatever? Yeah, insane. It's their goal is to steal as much money from the American taxpayer and to get as many deregulations as they can to maximize their own profits. That's it. Tax cuts for them, deregulation for them, manipulation of the stock market for them, insiders within federal agencies to approve of any of the things that the corporations want and to push away any sort of programs that would be funded by those corporations to actually help regular people. He doesn't care about any of that. He wants corporations to make as much money as possible. He wants his wealthy donors and wealthy friends to be as wealthy as possible. That's it. And when you see stupid shit like this, from the email signatures to the birthright citizenship to blah, 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 a lot of people have covered a lot of the insane things that Trump has been doing. I can't possibly do it any better than most. But all of these things are distractions meant to keep you away from, the immigration stuff. How could I forget? All meant to keep you away from thinking about the things they're actually doing, which is sapping your money, sapping away your taxpayer dollars. Okay. So let's read the article then, shall we? Okay. I'll try not to just like read the entire thing. Several federal government websites went dark while others were edited to remove mentions of gender on Friday evening as agencies scrambled to meet a deadline to scrub their websites, emails, and contracts of gender ideology. The Office of Personnel Management also directed agencies to disband employee resource groups, terminate grants and contracts related to the issue, and replace the term gender with sex on government forms. All very important, very serious things that are going to make a meaningful improvement on your life in a daily way, like gas prices, egg prices, rent prices, public infrastructure. It's all good. Okay. By Friday evening, that's tonight, the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, and the Census Bureau websites went dark. I guess they, FAA probably a little too busy with the recent plane and helicopter crash, to be updating silly things like changing the word gender to sex on their fucking website on all the available pages, I guess. Sure. But all right, so they just went dark instead. I guess tonight was the deadline. Navigating the websites turned up pages, 404s basically. Other agencies took down or altered specific websites. U.S. State Department employees were directed to scrub gender pronouns from their email signatures by Friday evening, according to an internal email obtained by The Guardian, joining the list of other agencies reportedly sent a similar memo. Such as, who are the other agencies? Similar orders were issued for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, the Department of Transportation, and the Department of Energy. Ow. Citing internal memos referencing 2 executive orders signed by Trump on his first day back in office. Yep. There are an estimated Almost 80,000 staffers at the State Department. No way of knowing, of course, how many use a gender identifier on their email signature. One more interesting bit. The hours after the order, the CDC took down websites that contained critical health information, including a fact sheet about HIV and trans people. Swell. Lessons on how to create a supportive environment in schools for trans and non-binary students, and information on National Transgender HIV Testing Day, as well as contraception. Oh, okay. What can we take from this? Besides the very obvious thing that I said at the beginning. One thing I should have mentioned too, on top of this just simply being a distraction, it's also part of their plan. Project 2025 talked about this directly. Russell Vogt, who is now going to be the head of, I assume, right? He's confirmed, not? Or if he's not, he will be. Confirmed for also the head of the Office of Management and Budget. This dude was quoted as literally saying he wants to traumatize federal workers. This is a small element of that. I want you to think for 1 second. What are the consequences for the approximately 80,000 staffers at the State Department that potentially could keep the pronouns in their signature? And then what happens to them? I want the Republicans to really sit with what that would mean. Republicans, conservatives, pro-free speech, right? We hate cancel culture, right? But if you're a federal employee and you put these specific 2 words at the bottom of your goddamn email, he, him, then what? Am I out? Am I out? No, genuinely fucking asking. Can you tell me, like, if these 80,000 staffers at the State Department all tomorrow started saying, fuck this order, we are going to do something completely innocuous and put our gender pronouns at the bottom of our emails, are you going to fire all 80,000 of those staffers? Is that what's going to happen? I want you to understand, you hate cancel culture, but I will fucking fire you if you put 2 words, he/him, at the bottom of your goddamn... I just want... On an email, I don't know if you're aware, but emails are conducted over the internet, and they don't necessarily involve a person's image. So when I send you an email, it can very well just be simply text from someone that you know or hope is an actual person. It's just text, right? I am not physically in front of you. My giant tits are not in your face. My pants are not off, and my dick and or vagina is not out. Like, it is words. It is bits and bytes in a computer, my dude. Bits and bytes in a message. This is, of course, related to transphobia and hatred of non-binary people, blah, 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 blah. Like, they made it clear that this is like an attack directly on agency programs, contracts, and grants that promote or incubate gender ideology, right? So this is a broader thing. But what's so funny to me, if you think about this for 2 seconds, the transphobia that conservatives are like fervent about right now has actually gone so far in a way that they implement orders, policies within the federal agencies that actually screw over cis people. Like, I'm not joking. Like, okay, listen, hear me out. I have a friend, well, we're not friends anymore, but I knew someone from a long time ago whose name was Kelly. This is a cis man. You know, in America, Kelly is not a very common first name for a guy, right? Most people associate the first name Kelly with a woman. So, say my name is Kelly. I'm a cis guy. A lot of people that I work with, I'm a software engineer, I'm a tech guy, I'm working with a lot of contractors, people I have never met in person, okay? And so I'm contracting, I'm working on some third-party programs, we're doing some integrations, and I'm asking them questions, we're going back and forth, there's this long email chain, like my boss is on there, like I got some coworkers on there, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I go, and I'm right now, I'm doing a great job, I'm explaining to everybody what's going on, and my work is flawless. Then, the third party that we're working with gets back to us and starts talking about what we've been discussing in the email chain. We've been going for a while, and they start talking about her and her work. Oh, and she said this a couple emails back, and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, who is she? There's no women on this. Oh, they mean me because my name's Kelly, and because I didn't put he, him at the bottom of my signature. So they just assumed that I was a woman because my name is Kelly. I'm a cis guy. This woman, this she in the email chain is getting a lot of credit because I, the he, was the one that sent the email. I did the work, okay? Who is this she? Well, no she. Where's my credit? Well, I deserve the credit. I did the work. I want to ask conservatives, are you banning me? Literally, if I'm a federal employee that's working and my name is Kelly, I'm a cis guy, are you banning me from putting he, him at the bottom of my goddamn emails? And if I continue to do that for the simple sake of clarity, not wokeness, not transgender ID, I'm a cis guy. If I put my proper pronouns at the bottom of my email, am I fired? It's so fucking insane. It's so unbelievably, deeply unserious and like intensely fascist, like suppressing freedom of speech, total like full on cancel culture. The fact that conservatives can't see this is mind boggling. Or it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm trying too hard to speak rationally because like, I don't want to assume this, but I know it's what ultimately this is about, right? Because it goes deeper than the gender ideology. It goes deeper than just like, oh, we're trying to prevent wokeness in our blah, blah, blah. It's making us inefficient or blah, blah, blah. No, like, no. You hate trans people. You hate non-binary people. You think they're degenerate. I wish that people would just be honest about that because I feel like the example that I gave of a guy named Kelly who puts he, him at the bottom of his email, I have a strong feeling that a conservative guy in the federal workforce named Kelly that felt the need to put he, him at the bottom of the email because people kept mistaking Kelly as she, her, they would be fine with him, cis guy, doing that. They would fire the trans woman that uses she, her at the bottom of her email signature. I just wish they'd admit that, right? Because then at least we're being clear about where we're at. You want to eliminate these trans people, right? It's not about like, oh, it's too woke and I can't keep up with the fucking pronouns at the bottom of the email. It's not that difficult. It's not that confusing to anybody. You just hate trans people and you want to fire them and cancel them for it. So I wish you'd at least just be honest about it. I don't know. What do I say? What do I say? Even further than that, I guess I don't really have much else to say other than I hope that this helps get the fucking rent prices down because mine's going up next year and I don't want to afford that. I hope you know what I mean. Like, what is this doing for you? Republicans, are you going to fire these 80,000? Are you okay firing these? You know what? Fuck it. You know what I wish? This is what I wish. I wish that all 80,000 of these State Department staffers would protest. They should all put their pronouns at the bottom of their emails and dare the federal government to just fire them all. Because like it would be the most insane and intense collapse, like the biggest scandal of cancel culture in American history. Literally, because I put blank slash blank, he slash him, she, they slash them, he slash they, or whatever the fuck, she slash her. I put that at the bottom of my email and I got fired along with 80,000 of my fucking coworkers. I wish they would do that. And I'd love to see the Republicans' faces. They're like, go woke, go broke. Yeah, you fucking cancel culture, hypocritical pieces of shit. Fuck you. All I say is that if you are the type of person who so just depressingly, sadly, and pathetically gains like all of your enjoyment or satisfaction in life from like the triggering the libs and trying to assert your perspective of the anti-woke gender ideology onto the rest of the left or whatever, like, I feel for you, genuinely sorry for you, and it's embarrassing, and it's like, dude, like your egg prices aren't going up. Immigration's not helping. This gender woke, anti-woke, let's get rid of the pronouns in my emails is not helping reduce the price of your eggs. It's not reducing the price of gas, nor is drilling more, by the way. Like, there are real material issues in this country, dog. The gender ideology, the DEI, the immigration shit, most of that's not the issue. This shit, email pronouns and email signatures, dog, that is not fucking important. It's not changing anyone's lives. The only people that it helps are sad people like you who get like that tiny little lizard brain like dopamine rush whenever a lib gets triggered by your fucking retarded legislation or executive orders in this case. If this makes you feel satisfied about the country, then you are sad, embarrassing, and I don't know. I guess I can't really get through to you. Like, again, you ended up hurting cis people with this. Like, there are people who have like ambiguous names for whom it's relevant to say, hey, I have these pronouns. I don't know. It's very sad. Very, very silly. I encourage the Republicans to get serious, because otherwise this country is going to go to shit. Oh, well, they won't take my advice. Fuck you.